Today, I'll be exposing one of the easiest types of content you can create on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Not only will I be giving a step-by-step tutorial on how you can replicate this exact type of content, I'll also give you an estimation on how much they're generating with this easy, low-effort content that is completely faceless, is easy to edit, and could easily make you a profit in just a couple days. Now, the videos I'm talking about are these would you rather videos you've probably seen all over your For You page or on YouTube Shorts. Every account that's posting them right now is exploding in followers and views, and it's because these types of videos prompt the users to engage in the comment section, liking on the video, sharing the video, which boosts it in the algorithm and earns these creators a ton of dough. Just take this would you rather account right here, which has generated over 200 million views, and let's say only half of those views were monetized. This guy made over $100,000 just from ad revenue from creating the most low effort content ever. So if you want to do the same thing, let's get right into this tutorial.
I dropped some massive tips that will almost guarantee your videos go viral, so make sure you guys watch the entire tutorial all the way through. Alrighty, so let's get into this tutorial. We're going to be using Veed today. The link will be down in the description, and you can start for completely free. You don't even have to add in your credit card information, none of that. Veed's a fantastic program, and it's what I'll be using to show you how I remade these would you rather videos. The best part about Veed is that it's all online, meaning you can edit on your laptop, whether you're at school, on an airplane, if you have Wi-Fi, or at home. It does not matter if your PC sucks or not. So unfortunately, I was recording for like 30 minutes and forgot to turn my microphone on. So we're back, and I'm going to show you how to do all of this stuff. So let's start from the very beginning. So once you create an account on Veed, you want to go to new video here or create project, and then you want to start with a blank canvas. First thing you want to do is obviously change your video size from landscape to 9:16 or just the YouTube short option. The video I'll be creating today is going to be a YouTube short, but if you're creating a TikTok, it is literally the exact same landscape size. Now for reference, once again, this is the style concept we're going to be copying in today's video, but what I suggest you guys doing if this is the type of account that you want to run is finding some type of way to follow today's tutorial but change something up. So this could be as little as changing the colors. Maybe instead of doing blue and red, you do green or yellow, or maybe you do a different type of niche. So maybe you ask would you rather questions, but they're only related to the sport football. It's really going to be up to you guys to use your creativity to kind of stand out, and standing out is going to be very important as these would you rather videos do extremely well online. However, there is a lot of competition. There's a decent amount of people creating them, so it's important to have your videos stand out. For today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make the base version of a would you rather video, just so you can understand the most important components, and then you can start adding your own creativity to the would you rather video that makes it unique. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do to our project file is change the background color. I'm just going to change it to red, which matches up with this red right here. Then we're going to go to the elements tab on the left side here, and I'm going to go to shapes, and I'm going to add in this square, and I'm going to drag the square out by selecting the circle vertices right here, and I'm going to drag it down so it's at the halfway point of our screen, and I'm going to change the fill color to blue, and I'm also going to make sure there's no outline, so I'm going to select the outline color and I'm going to remove that outline. Next thing I'm going to do is go back to elements and then add in another shape, and we are going to add a black rectangle that you always see in the videos. This is going to be our divider here, and I'm going to change that obviously to black, and I'm going to remove the outline of our rectangle so that we have this nice divide from red to blue. Now next thing we're going to do is add a circle, and this is going to be where our or text is. I'm just going to align it into the center of our video, and then I'm going to change the color to black, and I'm going to make sure there is no outline here. So if you followed everything so far, your base background should look like this, exactly like the would you rather videos. Now next thing we're going to do is kind of adjust this timeline here, and you can do this by dragging up on this bar right here, and this is going to make our timeline nice and big. And I'm just going to stretch out these shapes all the way to around 30 seconds. Now you may be asking why 30 seconds. The reason for 30 seconds is because this is the perfect length for YouTube shorts. 30 to 40 seconds is where I try to hit all my YouTube shorts. However, if you're uploading for TikTok purposes, I recommend doing 1 minute and 1 second, and this is because videos that are a minute and a second long can make money on the TikTok creator program. So if that's your end goal, is to make ad revenue on the TikTok creator program, make your videos a minute and 1 second. We're doing YouTube shorts, so we're going to leave it at 30 seconds. We might adjust this later down the line. It's going to kind of depend on how many would you rather questions we're going to ask. The next thing we're going to do is go over to audio, and this is where we're going to type in our would you rather question. But before we do that, we need to generate some ideas for would you rather questions. So what I like to use is ChatGPT, and here is a perfect example of how I would ask a question on ChatGPT to give me a list of would you rather questions. So my prompt stated, can you come up with 30 would you rather questions about, and then countries and their food. And then I added an example. For example, would you rather eat Canadian poutine or American cheeseburger? And the reason I asked this specifically is because I want my would you rather video to kind of be niched. I want it to be about countries and their specific foods. And the reason for this is because I know it's a very controversial topic. People are very passionate about the types of food that comes from their country and what's the best. I know for me personally, I'm Canadian. I absolutely love poutine. I think it's one of the best foods ever. So I'm going to be very passionate about it, and it's going to cause me to engage with a video more. If I see poutine on a video, I'm going to go in that comment section and root for poutine. And this is exactly what you want. You just want different controversial foods that you can add to your video that's going to create more engagement on the video and thus push it more in the algorithm, getting you more views, getting you more ad revenue. So ChatGPT has listed out a fantastic list of different would you rather questions. I'm actually going to run with the first one that it gave us right here, except I'm going to slightly adjust it. We're going to change it from would you rather savor Italian pizza over French croissants to Italian pizza or American pizza, because I know this is going to enrage people in the comments. They're going to be like, how could you ever choose Italian pizza over American pizza? But then there's going to be some people who are like, hey, I just like a good pepperoni pizza. So let's run with that for our first would you rather question. So I'm going to go back over to Veed, and we're just going to start adding in all of the elements. The first thing we're going to do is the audio. You could do a voiceover with your own voice. What I suggest doing is just doing AI. So we're going to use the text to speech option here. So I'm going to type in my would you rather prompt, and it's going to state, would you rather eat authentic Italian pizza or American pepperoni pizza? Now, what's great about Veed is that you can actually alter the language in which your text to speech is in, which is a fantastic idea if you're trying to hit a specific language. Most, if not all of these would you rather videos are in English. So this is a great opportunity if you are bilingual to start creating content that is in your bilingual language. So if you're Spanish, this might be an awesome opportunity to hone in on that Spanish audience. Obviously, because my channel is English, we're going to keep it English today. And then you can select the different voices. Veed has a ton of different AI options. The voice I like the best is Davis, and I like it in a nice casual tone, which you can obviously change if you want to. So I'm just going to test out this text to see if it sounds good by hitting the play button right here.
Would you rather eat authentic Italian pizza or AM?
So it gives you a nice 5-second preview of what the voice sounds like. I really like that voice. I think it sounds great. So we're going to hit generate. Already with our voice generated, it's time to start adding all of the elements to the timeline. So the first thing we're going to do is add the or text. So I'm going to go to text right here, and I'm going to use this text right here. It looks nice and clean, and I'm just going to type in or. Now I'm going to drag on the timeline or to the center of the circle. The next things I'm going to do is add in our images. So I'm going to go on Google and search up Italian pizza and then American pizza and download 2 images that I like. And then on Veed, I'm going to go to media and then upload those images. So I uploaded both of them at the same time, and I'm going to drag them on the timeline. And now I'm just going to find where in our text to speech I state Italian pizza and then American.
Would you rather eat authentic Italian pizza or American?
So he starts talking about Italian pizza right here and then American pizza right there. So that's when I'm going to add both images in, and then I'm going to adjust the images. So the American is going to be the lower one. The Italian pizza is going to be the higher one. It's also important to make your images the same size. It just kind of looks a lot cleaner. Doesn't have to be entirely perfect, but that will be close enough. I'm just going to drag the images down, and then I'm going to make some slight adjustments to the image. I'm going to add some rounded corners. I think it just looks a lot cleaner when they're rounded like that. And I'm going to add an animation so that it kind of pops in like that. So we'll use the pop animation. So I'm going to do the same thing for our American pepperoni pizza, rounded corners, and then use the pop animation. So perfect. Now that we have both our images, we can add the text. So I'm going to go to the text icon here, and I'm going to use that same font. I think it looked pretty clean. And there we'll type in our text prompts. Now with our first text prompt inputted, I'm going to adjust the size, and then I'm going to add an effect on it, and I'm going to add a shadow so it kind of just pops more. And then we're going to go to animations, and we are going to have our text do the drop effect. Now I'm just going to align the text with the Italian pizza so that it aligns with the image here. Now you can see they both pop in at the exact same time, and we're going to do the same thing for the American pizza. So if you're following along, your video should look like this now on the timeline. Now the next thing to do is add in our sound effects and timer for when the timer starts. So if you watch an example video here, you can hear that the timer has started and then the answers pop up. So that's exactly what we're going to create right now. So I want the timer to start immediately after the text to speech is finished. So I'm going to go to media, and then I'm going to go to stock videos, and I'm going to search up for a timer. I already did this earlier and I found this really good timer, but if you search up timer on yourself, there's a whole bunch of different options that you guys can choose from. I think this one works the best for us, so we're just going to add that to the timeline. Alrighty, so our timer imported slightly big. We're just going to adjust it so it's not as large, and I want it to fit around this circle right here. Alrighty, that looks perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is actually split the or text so that's not overlapping. So I'm just going to select the bar right here and then hit the split icon, and then we're going to delete the second half. And I'm going to drag our timer animation to the right side of the or box, but I don't want my timer to be 10 seconds because that's way too long. So I'm going to find when it hits 5 seconds, and I'm going to split it, and then I'm going to delete the whole first half so it just starts at 5 seconds here. However, this is going way too slow, so I'm going to speed it up by changing the speed on the left side. So now our timer is very fast and only lasts about 2 seconds. Alrighty, next thing we're going to do is add in some sound effects. So I want a nice timer sound effect, so I'm going to drag to the start of where the timer starts. I'm going to go to audio here, and then I'm going to go down till we find sound effects, and I'm just going to search up for a timer, and here we have a nice clock ticking. That sounds perfect, so I'm going to add that to our video. That sounds great. And right when the timer's finished is when we want our sound to finish. So I'm just going to drag it out till the end of our timer. Next audio we're going to add is a nice ding sound effect when the timer's done. So once again, I'm going to go to audio, and I'm going to go to sound effects, and I'm going to look for a ding or a notification effect. You can just search up notification. I found one earlier that I like, so I'm going to add that to the timeline. And now the full sequence should sound something like this. Perfect. Now the last thing we need to add is the percentages, and I'll show you an example. So as you can see, the different percentages, 6%, 94%. Now, to my knowledge, these percentages are just completely made up by the creator of these Would You Rather videos, and they're never actually a legitimate portion size. So we're just going to make them up, and we're going to skew them so that it can create more conversation in the comment section. So the obvious answer, I feel like, in this Would You Rather video is the authentic Italian pizza. However, I'm going to adjust it so that more people voted for the pepperoni pizza, and that's hopefully going to cause some ruckus in the comment section, get our engagement up, and get more views on our video. So I'm going to go down to text, and I'm going to add in some text. This time I'm going to try out a different font. Font I'm going with is the Rubik Mono 1. So I just changed it to 37%, and now I'm going to make the color white because that's going to be the lesser option. I'm also going to click the effect option, and then I'm going to go to outline and fill, and I'm going to make that outline color black so it just pops a bit more. Then I'm going to go to animations, and we're going to have a nice little animation on this text right here. I think I'm just going to do a fading animation. Alrighty, so the text looks good. I'm just going to copy and paste by hitting Control C on the keyboard and then Control V. And then I'm going to drag up my new text. I'm going to have it placed at the exact same part, but this time I'm going to do 63% because 63 plus 37 equals 100%. And the only change I'm going to make to this text is that I'm going to change the color from white to lime green so it's shown as like the correct option. Now, the last thing we need to add in to our sequence is some background audio, and all of these TikToks use the exact same background audio, and it's this song right here, the Solitude TikTok version, I'll have the link down below if you want to download it. I'm just going to download it off YouTube, and then I'm going to go into Veed, and I'm going to go to the audio option here, and I'm going to upload that file that we just downloaded. So I just dropped it into the timeline, and I'm going to adjust the volume of the audio so it's just not overbearing. I'm going to do 20%, and let's hear how that sounds.
Would you rather eat authentic Italian pizza or American pepperoni pizza?
And there you go. That is how you make the Would You Rather videos. I'm gonna adjust a few things here before we're actually finished. So the first thing is the audio for our text-to-speech guy. I feel like could be slightly louder. So we're gonna do like 130%. And yeah, that sounds fantastic. Now, the next step is to just fill out a whole bunch of other questions until you hit that 30-second mark. Or if you're making a TikTok for the creativity program, that 1 minute and 1 second mark. An easy way to do this is literally dragging on your timeline so you copy everything, hitting Control C on your keyboard, and then hitting Control V to paste it all. And now all we have to do is plug and play. So for this next Would You Rather one, I'm going to do Would You Rather American tacos or authentic Mexican tacos. And all I'm doing is just changing the text here. And really the key is getting that template down. So once you watch today's video and you have the template, save it on Veed, and it makes everything so much easier. You could literally just save a template, and then all it is plug and play, just adding your images, new text, and you can pump out at least like 50 of these in a day if you grind them out. And keep in mind, these videos are getting thousands to millions of views, which makes it absolutely so lucrative. What's really awesome about Veed is when you click on an image, you can just do replace image and then select your new image in, and it formats all of the original formatting, like the rounded edges and the size, so you realistically don't have to change anything. Then I'm just going to copy and paste the audio as well, and then the only new thing I'll have to add in is that new text to speech, which literally takes 2 seconds. So I'm going to change out the Italian pizza for Mexican tacos and American pepperoni pizza to American tacos. Once again, we just got to line up our text to speech with the images coming in.
Authentic Mexican tacos or American style tacos.
So yeah, that's how you edit these videos in Veed. The next thing we want to do is go to done here, and then we can export our video. Now I'll have a linked down below the full video that I created so that you guys can get a good idea of just what everything looks like. These videos are really fast to render, meaning you can just pump them out like no tomorrow.
Would you rather eat authentic Italian pizza or American?
And now that our video is done rendering, we can go and select download here, and you can download for completely free or without a watermark if you have the premium version. Now, if you stayed around till the end of the video, I gotta leave you guys with a bonus tip just for being a real one, for staying around till the end. So go back into editing video, and here's a little tip to gain more engagement, or actually I'll drop 2 tips just for staying till the end of the video. So the first tip is after your first question is done, so right around here, add in a brief 5-second text with text to speech that states something along the lines, the last Would You Rather question will blow your mind, or something to keep the user engaged so that they watch the full length of the Would You Rather video, keeping the retention of the video up, and it will be pushed more in the algorithm. This is a common tactic I try to apply to every single video short form that I post. You basically want to promise something at the beginning and then deliver it at the end so people watch the full way through. The same way I told you at the beginning of this video that I was going to drop some hints so that hopefully you stayed the whole way through to get the hints at the end. Another hint that you can use, which is very common in these Would You Rather videos, are these prompts that basically farm the share button. So you can see the question is, would you rather get an old Toyota Prius or get a brand new Hellcat, but you will never see the third person that comes up when you click green and more. Basically, what they're wanting you to do is hit the share button and then seeing what third person comes up. Every time you hit that share button, it registers as a share on TikTok. And when TikTok sees that, hey, this video is getting a lot of shares, it's being promoted a bunch, we should promote it in our algorithm. So it's really important to try and farm engagement on your videos, especially shares, which is why a lot of these Would You Rather videos do that. And it's so easy to do by making a simple prompt like this. But yeah, those are my 2 tips to drop at the end of the video. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, links down below for everything, as well as my Discord channel if you want to connect on how to blow up on YouTube. See you guys in the next one.